Yo, Jay. Wait.
Well, what is going down like syndrome, folks? And welcome back to the Jay Silva Show. Let's go. So my head is fucking tattooed again. You know, I obviously had the left side done, the right side done, the top of it done. The only thing that wasn't done was the back of my dome. And when I say the back of my dome, I'm meaning the whole fucking back of my head. So the piece that we did today to fill up that back part of my head was fucking huge. 3 hours. I stuck it out for a 3-hour session. We got the outline done. We got a little teeny bit of the shading completely done in the rope that goes around and actually frames the piece. And it's fucking sick as fuck. It's a lighthouse with clouds in the sky, the fucking ocean, rocks, finger waves splashing up, the sunset, the lighthouse shining, and then we have like a rope that's framing all of it into the back of the head. And it looks fucking dope as fuck. My boy Justin murdered it, dude. Fucking killed it. Like, I'm so happy with it. Like, I can't even wear a hat right now. And I don't even care that I can't wear a hat right now because it's so fucking dope. I'm excited as fuck to show it off. And now not only that, but the ink on my head, all the tattoos on my head, bro, it now looks like I have like a hairline. You know, like legit, it just frames it all in. It looks dope as fuck. So, yeah, I can't wear a hat for like 4 or 5 days. You know, I got to wait until it heals. And the head actually heals really fucking fast, dude. Like anything that's on the throat and above heals so fast because there's so much blood flow to that area. But let me tell you, dude, it fucking hurt. Like, no joke, the shit hurt. I always forget how much tattoos hurt. I always get nervous before I get them. When I start getting them, I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't too bad. And then obviously, as time goes on, it just gets worse and worse because it's getting raw. It's getting irritated. It's getting, you know, your pain tolerance is fucking dropping. So did the shit hurt today? Fuck yeah, it hurt. But it was also a little bit therapeutical. Like, I needed the shit. It was a nice way to escape. For the first hour, I actually sat there and I was listening to a podcast. I listened to this podcast called Smartless. You've probably heard about it if you're into podcasts. If you're not, it's a great podcast. It's more of like a mainstream podcast. It's got like, you know, A-list actors on it and shit. There's 3 of them. Good podcast. But I was listening to that for an hour. And then after the hour was finished, we took a break. And I tuned into some music instead of a podcast for the rest of the time, you know, just to kind of relax me. I couldn't really pay attention to a podcast because after the first hour, I was like, yeah, this is getting kind of annoying now. The first hour wasn't bad, but after the first hour, it was definitely annoying. After an hour and a half, it hurt. And for the last hour and a half of me getting it done, it hurt really bad. So 3-hour session today on the back of my dome. Looks fucking sick. But it hurt like a bitch, boy. It hurt like a motherfucking bitch, boy. That shit. Oh my God, dude, no lie. But I love being tattooed, so it is what it is. You know, this is what happens when you want to fill up your whole fucking body with tattoos. You gotta fucking suck it up, Chuck, and get it done. And so that's what I'm doing. And am I fucking... Does it feel good? No. Am I happy? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm super stoked, man. So, really happy with how my head's coming out. My boy Justin, you know, tackled the back. He's my coworker. I have another homie at work that is my coworker, Ash. She's doing the top of my head. So I got like the Virgin Mary on the top of my head, more of like in a realism, you know, and then the rest of it's script and some traditional. So I kind of mixed it up. So after the back of my head is healed and done, I got to get the top of my head finished because we're not finished doing the top of my head. So I have both of the artists that I work with now lacing up my whole head. So it's dope. And they're both dope fucking artists, dude. So I'm stoked. I have 2 different styles. It looks fucking sick as fuck. I'm golden like Ponyboy Curtis, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I fucking love it, dude. I just don't like going through it. But I got to. And that's why I'm going to get some numbing cream. But I hope you guys are doing good. I am doing fucking fantastic. Just chilling out after work today. Work tomorrow, obviously. It's Thursday. What the fuck else do I have to do? Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all work. Saturday, the fucking air conditioning people come to fix our AC. Thank God we have a portable air conditioner in the bedroom because that keeps it like really cool. And not only that, but the temperatures dropped. Like it's not as hot as it was, was before. Like before we were legit in the 90s, dude, and it ain't even summer yet. And now we're in the fucking 80s finally. It's supposed to get down to the upper to the mid 70s. So spring is returning, for however long it wants to return before summer fucking knocks it out the box again. Knock him out the box, kid. Knock him out, kid. Knock him out the box, kid. Like that's what summer does. Summer is the bully, and it's trying to peek its little fucking head through the door, and it got through for a week, and then spring came and took back his block. He fucking did a drive-by, took care of summer, and while summer is recuperating and recovering in the hospital from the gunshot wounds, spring will be running shit, and pretty soon it's inevitable that summer will come back and fucking take him out, and then take over for the next 3 or 4 months until fall decides to come and do a drive-by. It's like the weather is like gang shit, bro. You got 4 different gangs. You got summer, winter, fall, and spring. And they don't like each other, so they fight over their turf. And depending on which one is the strongest at the time, wins. Right now, spring is winning. I'm fucking happy with it. Like, thank God for spring winning, because I don't like the heat. I don't like heat at all. But like I said, I do like the sun because it allows us to get out and be productive and shit like that. So it's a fucking win-lose situation. You know what's crazy, dude, that I was thinking about today? It's not really crazy, actually. It's just crazy to me because I forget how fortunate I am. I just find it to be a trip that there actually are people in the United States, in this world period, that will never see the ocean. Like for me, the ocean is a hop, skip, and a jump away. I can legit drive an hour and be at the ocean. I can drive an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever I want, and be on at whatever fucking ocean I want, whatever part of California's ocean. I can drive 6 hours, go down to fucking Los Angeles and San Diego area, where I can drive an hour and stay in the bay. But for me, because I've had that my whole life, the opportunity to just drive to the ocean and see it whenever I want to, sometimes I forget that there's people that live not only in the United States, but mainly in the world, that aren't close like that to an ocean. And some people will never travel to go see an ocean, dude. It's just, for them, it's like pictures, movies, TV, but they will never step foot on the Pacific or the Atlantic coast. And that's a trip. I feel like you guys are missing out, man. Like, the ocean is amazing. My ass won't go in the ocean. I don't fucking go in the ocean, dude. There's too many monsters in it. I'm scared shitless of the ocean. I don't give a fuck if it's sharks, jellyfish, barracuda, fucking... There's too many fucking things in the ocean that I'm afraid of. So will I go to the ocean and maybe, walk out there to my feet, like ankle deep? Yeah, enjoy the sand, enjoy the water. But will I go swimming in the fucking ocean? Hell to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, no, no. I will not do that, dude. It's just been something that I've been afraid of my whole life. Like, ever since I was a kid, I loved going to the ocean, but I was just extremely afraid of what was in there. And it wasn't Jaws that made me afraid of it. It legit has been a fear just naturally in me since I was young enough to understand that there is bad shit in the ocean. And then obviously Jaws just makes shit worse. But yeah, there's people, they'll never see it, dude. You know, they might live somewhere where they can go visit like a Great Lake, which is obviously, you know, it's a body of water. It's not the ocean, but it's a fucking Great Lake to the point to where, you know, they get a little taste of what an ocean is like, I guess, in a way. But you never get the real ocean, dude. I highly recommend, I don't care who you are, dude, go fucking visit an ocean before you die. Whatever you have to do, no matter where you are, everybody has a coast, okay? You got to find the nearest coastline to you. I don't care if you're in the United States and you're in fucking Europe, you're in whatever, dude. There's a coastline somewhere. Go to it. Go venture out to the ocean and listen to the waves crash. Listen to the tide come up. Be there at nighttime so it's completely silent and all you can hear is just the ocean breeze and the fucking waves. Close your eyes, dude, and just absorb that shit because it's peaceful. It's peaceful as fuck. In the daytime, if you're, you know, chilling out and there's more noise because there's more people around, dude, you could still walk around the beach and pick up seashells and different types of rocks, sand, make a little fucking jar full of sand and rocks and shit like that. That's what I do. I have this little thing to where when I go to the beach, 90% of the time I take a jar with me. And for some reason, I like to collect a little bit of sand, some rocks, some seashells, and fill it up with seawater, and then glue that shit fucking shut to where you can't open it anymore. And I have like these jars of ocean sand and water in the shit wherever I went to on that part of the coast, and I collect them. And they look dope. Like, I think they do. But I'm a person that loves water. I'm a Pisces. So obviously I'm a water sign, so I'm gonna love water. So, you know, whether it's a fish tank in my room or like different things with liquid in it, like lava lamps, like I was talking about my last episode, like anything that has that liquid flow brings peace to me. Water fountains, whatever it may be. And the sound of the flow of water to me too is peaceful. Like, I literally can crash the fuck out. If I hear running water, sounds of the ocean, waves, a fish tank, and the sounds that the filters make and the water makes and the little bubbles inside, that right there can put me to sleep, dude. It's like just something that I fucking love it. It's weird as fuck how much I like water but won't go into the ocean, right? Or is it not? You know, do you blame me? Because, you know, humans, we have pools. I'm cool with a pool. There ain't creatures in a pool. I don't even really like swimming in lakes. Will I jump into a lake really quick and get the fuck out? Yeah, but even lakes have weird shit in them. And I don't know what's in that fucking lake. I don't know what fish I'm swimming around. I don't know what the fuck is at the bottom of that lake. It could be disgusting. So I'm very particular about what I swim in. Always have been, and I always fucking will be. But like I said, if you haven't seen an ocean, make sure you try and see one before you move on. Before you move on to the Heaven's Gates or the Hell's Flames. Whatever one you're going to, bro, enjoy an ocean before you do, okay? Because I'm just happy I live in California. Like, I feel like I'm so fortunate to be born in California, dude. It's beautiful here. The weather is fucking perfect. The natural disasters are fucking minimal. The diversity here is off the charts. Like, everybody lives in California. Like, every single type of person, whether it's ethnicity, fucking religious, whatever, bro. It's the biggest melting pot in the United States. Now, you can say New York is the biggest melting pot, but I beg to differ. And the only reason I beg to differ is because California is larger. And the fact that we have like what, 34 million fucking people here? Like is it 33 million or 33? I don't know. Let me see. What's California's population, dude? I just looked it up the other day. California's population. Okay, so we got 39.5 million. Yeah, 39.5 million people in California. How many in New York? Let me see. New York's 20 million. So New York has a good amount of people, especially crowded into that much of an area. But California, dude, we're jam-packed, bro. So we have so many different cultures here and so many different things to enjoy, from food to experiences to shows. It's just diverse here, bro. It's fucking dope. Like, if you're racist and you're from California, you're fucking retarded as fuck. I don't know how you could be racist and live in California. There's too many fucking ethnicities and cultures here to truly be racist. Like, if you're racist and you're in California, you might as well fucking move your ass to Alabama or fucking Wichita, Kansas, or some shit like that. Like, somewhere where it's kind of normal to be racist and you're probably going to run into a lot more white people. I don't understand how some people are fucking racist in California. Like, the way we grow up around here, you're growing up around everything, dude. Like, when I was in school, there was so many different types of people. We didn't, have just a whole bunch of whites, a whole bunch of blacks, a whole bunch of Asians, a whole bunch of Mexicans. Like, it's very well rounded. Obviously, there's more Mexicans and Caucasians in California than anything, but there's still a lot of fucking black folks. There's a lot of Asians. And obviously, I mean, there's a lot of Indians too. So this place is popping, dude. California is dope as fuck. And I feel like I'm blessed to live here. I'm down to visit other states. I love visiting other states for sure. Like, but do I want to move out of California and live in another state permanently? Fuck to hell to the no. Hell to the no. Like I said, other states are dope, but it's not Cali, bro. I was born and raised in California, and I feel like I am one of the 39.5 million people lucky enough to fucking live here. Now, traveling is fun as fuck. Like, I really enjoyed visiting Massachusetts back in 2005. Like, 21 years ago, bro, I went and I visited my cousin who lives in Massachusetts, and I was there for like 9 or 10 days, some shit like that. I got to see Boston. I got to see Rhode Island. I got to see New York City. I got to explore other parts of Massachusetts. It was really cool because I got to go to like Yawkey Way and go see fucking, the Boston Red Sox stadium. I didn't get to go in the stadium, but I did get to go walk around the stadium. And that place is, that's history right there. And Boston was very historical. Like, the main difference I noticed with the East Coast compared to the West Coast is the West Coast has a very heavy Spanish influence, where the East Coast has more of a European influence. Like, everything on the East Coast looks like shit you would see in like London, where things on the West Coast are much more Adobe style, more new. The only place that kind of resembles the East Coast and the way the city looks over here is San Francisco. But that's because San Francisco is one of the first major cities in California. And it was from a lot of the people that were moving from the East over to the West. And so obviously they took that European influence and built San Francisco in that type of way. It's beautiful as fuck. I think I'm more into the Adobe style than the European style, just because it's not as congested. But the European style is just classy, bro. Like, the European style just has so much history to it. Like, the way the buildings were built, the way they fucking look. It's amazing. So I did have an amazing time when I went to the East Coast. And it was cool too because when I went in 2005, that was only 4 years after 9/11 happened. So when I saw, when I went to where the World Trade Centers were, at the time, it was still a giant fucking hole in the ground. There was no memorial there yet. Those buildings collapsed, and it didn't just collapse down to ground level, but it was sitting on top of the subway. So when those buildings basically got cleaned out and were collapsed, it was like 13-story fucking deep fucking hole. It was a trip. And they had like this whole fence around it. Some of the buildings that were around it were still burnt from the fucking fire and the explosion and shit. And obviously we all know now that it wasn't Afghanistan, fucking Pakistan, Iran people that did it. It was our government that was an inside job, dude. That shit, if you don't believe that, then you're still brainwashed as fuck. Like, that shit was not pulled off by dudes with box cutters in planes. That shit was pulled off because it was planned. It was internal. It was our own people that did it to our own people, which is sad as fuck. But we can't change history, but we can definitely be aware of history and at least know what the fuck is up when we know, like, hey, can we trust our government? No, you can't. You can't trust the government, dude. There's a lot of people still sucking the government's dick. And I don't even know how. Like, especially after all the shits came out about the pedophiles and shit like that. These fucking pedos are still walking around free. And nobody gives a fuck. And there's still people defending them too. Like, no, they're not really a pedophile. I know there's proof, but they're not a pedo. They just touched a little boy's penis one time. And I think they ate a few babies, but they were forced to do it, you know? And like, they're very good people still. I love Trump. Go Trump and go Biden. And, you know, I love sucking Congress dick. Fuck, dude. People are so weird. Are so fucking faulty. Are so like, how do you, I don't even know, dude. I don't know how you cling on to the nuts of people who hate us, don't want to see us do good, control everything, take all the money, and molest children and rape women. That's what type of people the United States people worship. And it's fucked up. I'm not one of them. I can't wait until this system crumbles. Like, this system needs to crumble for us to actually, like, fix it. We can't fix what's going on right now. We have to demolish it. We have to start fucking brand new. So every last fucking governor and government official and elite important fucking person, basically just, they need to go away. We need to collapse everything that's been put in play and restructure shit. Do it the right way. With the right people. Get away from this evil fucking Rothschild banking system and all their fucking ideology. Their weird shit going on, sacrificing children to Baal and shit like that. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck. I said fuck that. I said fuck that. Hey. I'm going to take another swig of my Monster because I need some energy. Bro. So last night. Whoa. Did I hit that? Oh. Last night, I had to put some peroxide on my cut. I sliced my pinky open and I was like, man, I gotta fucking put some peroxide on it because it was looking irritated. You know, like I cut it with a fucking dirty piece of metal. So obviously it's gonna be irritated. So I was like, man, let me put some fucking hydrogen peroxide on there and disinfect this shit. and I put it on, and obviously, when you put peroxide on your wound, it bubbles. You see all the little fizz bubbles and shit. My mom used to tell me that was the peroxide fighting the bacteria. I don't know if it was true or not. If it is, cool. If not, then it is what it is. But what I did think about when I was watching it, when I was pouring it on my finger and watching it bubble, was when I was a kid, I used to think it hurt hella bad. And it doesn't. Like, it doesn't burn. When you pour hydrogen peroxide on a wound, to me, it doesn't burn. I think in our heads, because we see these bubbles as children, we think it's burning. We think it's, it looks like fucking acid melting our fucking skin. But when I was a kid, bro, like, I would be crying and shit. And my mom would be like, hold still. And she'd be like, my knee was scraped and she'd be getting ready to pour some peroxide on my knee. And once that peroxide hit, bro, it was over with. I was like dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny to think about that shit now. It's hella funny to think about the fact that, like, when I was little, I thought peroxide hurt that bad and I would scream my fucking ass off just getting some shit poured on it. And nowadays not only do I just pour the fucking peroxide on it, but I'll super glue my own wounds together. I don't give a fuck. A wound is a wound. Isn't it funny how, like, you make such a big deal out of wounds when you're a little kid? Like, if you see blood, it's over with. You're like, like you're dying. What the fuck? Some of the shit that goes on when you're a kid is it's funny how simple life is. How things change. What a fucking trip, dude. Good old peroxide bubbles. But it's getting better now. I didn't have to tattoo today, so I didn't, have to wear any gloves and irritate the shit because I was getting tattooed instead of tattooing. So it's healing. It's healing quite nice. I think tomorrow it should be a little bit healed more, obviously, because that's what the body does. The body fucking heals itself. Body is so crazy, dude. Crazy body. You crazy body, look at you doing cool shit. Bro, and I'm telling you, the switch to Buzzsprout from Spotify for Creators, even though Spotify for Creators fucked me over, I'm really digging the switch, dude. Like, the features that they have on this for me distributing my podcast are fucking amazing. The promotion is off the hook. Like, I get recommended on Apple Podcasts and Spotify all the time. It's actually pretty fucking sick. Like, this podcast is doing really fucking good. I'm surprised as fuck with how good it's doing. Like, I know I can talk. I know I'm an interesting person. If I didn't think I was, then I wouldn't do a fucking podcast. But I didn't think that it was going to pop off like this fast. Like, I have a pretty fucking big audience, dude. And I appreciate you guys. Let me go to my stats, dude. I just want to see some shit because this is awesome. I want to give a shout out to some people. So, not people in general, but some locations. Like, basically, I got a lot of California listening to me. I got people from Stockton, fucking Turlock, Sacramento, Merced, like a whole bunch of San Francisco, Los Angeles, like a whole shit ton of people listening to me from California. But I also got people listening to me from Virginia, Texas, Oregon, Seattle, like a whole bunch of fucking different states. And it trips me the fuck out. I'm like, damn, bro, like these people are actually listening to me. I even have motherfuckers listening to me in Germany, dude. Germany, Russia, the UK. Like, what the fuck? But that's dope. You guys are fucking gangsters, bro. For listening to this podcast like that? Shit, son. I'm telling you, bro. You guys are fucking dope. I never thought that I'd be recording a podcast and have it pop off the way it is right now. Like, this shit's growing, man. Like I said, I'm surprised as fuck. And I'm happy. It's dope. It's nice seeing yourself succeed at something that you like doing, So, in all reality, I think what happened for a reason, because this podcast is actually doing better with me actually having somebody else host the shit. Not like the host of the show, but distribute my podcast. They call it a podcast host. So, yo, motherfucking big salute to all you guys listening to my shit all over the earth. And I got, what do I got here? I got, where's my pen? There it is. So, what is this? This is Pineapple Express. I got some Pineapple Express on me today, and we shall hit that. Pineapple is good for me. You'll get me high. Ooh hee hee. That was not freestyle. That was Adam Sandler. Billy Madison just changed it up a little bit. So if it sounded stupid, just remember Adam Sandler did it first. Yes. I miss cassette tapes. I don't know why. The sound quality of cassette tapes is nothing like vinyl, digital streaming at all. Like, it's such a higher quality of music when you're streaming it, when you're listening to a CD or when you're listening to an actual record. Like, cassette tapes quality, like they were, what do you call that? They were portable enough to where it made them worth using, because at that point in time, they only had vinyl and cassette tapes. And then obviously 8-tracks were even bigger than cassette tapes. But cassette tapes were like convenient. So even though the sound wasn't as good as a record, it's not like you could take a fucking record and put it in your car. So cassette tapes were what was easy to travel with, convenient to just have on you without damaging really easy. You couldn't scratch it, none of that shit. But the sound quality, no, not the greatest. Obviously, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't as crisp as we hear nowadays, you know? But I think it was just fun. Like, cassette tapes were just fun. Like, it was the act of taking a cassette tape and putting it into the fucking tape player and pressing play. Or when you wanted to record a fucking mixtape, it was so much fun actually compiling all these different songs and putting them on a list and recording them in that order so you could make a dope mixtape. You know, it's basically like making a playlist nowadays on Spotify, but you had to go through like a full fucking hour to 2 hour process just to get all those songs on one tape and make that tape poppin'. Because obviously the better the songs on that tape, the better mixtape you made, and the more props you got from the homies and the homettes, because your mixes were dope. So I kind of do miss, and you know what I miss too? I miss the fucking smell of them. Like, when I was young, I don't know why, but I loved the smell of brand new cassette tapes. I would open that shit because they'd have the plastic wrapper around them, and I'd open the case, bro, and I'd get a whiff of that new cassette tape, bro, that new plastic, and the way that the actual tape inside of the cassette smelled. Fucking something about it, dude. It was just nice. Like, I know for a fact if I was to find a brand new cassette tape, which is not impossible, but it's close to impossible to find unless you're getting a blank cassette tape. But if I was to get a new cassette tape, the first thing I would do is open it and smell it, because I know for a fact it would smell just as good and it would bring back so much fucking nostalgia. For sure. I almost wish that I had a cassette tape player in my car. Like, I'd still want to be able to stream off my phone, obviously. But I wish I could make a mix on a tape and go in my car and pop in my fucking cassette tape and just listen to that tape from one side through the next without skipping a song, and just enjoy the mix for what it was, like how I did in the past. That's why you made mixes, was so you didn't have to skip songs. And then when you got bored of how that mix turned out, you'd make a new fucking mix. Sometimes you'd keep some of the songs on there. Sometimes you wouldn't keep any of the same songs. It just depended on how you wanted that fucking mood to go. You know, it was, as they say now, it was a vibe, bro. It was a fucking vibe. I almost want to legit go on, because I guarantee you I could go on, let's see, online. Let me see. I'm going to see blank cassette tapes. Blank cassette tapes. Okay, let's see if we can find some. Oh, Amazon comes up right there. So Amazon, you got blank cassette tapes for like between $15 and $10, dude, for brand new blank cassette tapes. That's dope. I need to get some blank cassettes. I need to get a fucking tape deck, and I need to record a mix just because I could. But then I couldn't play it in my car. I don't know, man. I guess it would be kind of a waste. You could go on eBay, too. I bet you could find cassettes for even fucking cheaper on eBay. Like, how much is a cassette fucking recorder? Let me see. Cassette recorder. Because I'd have to be able to get one that would record from, like, digital. I'd have to, like, be able to plug in my phone and record the audio coming from the phone. Let me see. So eBay. Let me see. Personal cassette players and recorders. We have it here for you. Yes, sir. $400. There's a $200 one. Jesus Christ, dude. But they have converter. Oh, they have a converter. That's like $30, $23.99. You could get one that literally records. It takes a USB, and you can actually fucking record onto it. That's kind of dope. Oh, shit, son. Shit, son. Shit, son. I almost want to get one just so I can make a fucking mix. I wonder if this could... I don't know if you could actually, like, hook a line out to it and fucking put it in my auxiliary in. Yeah, it does. I could literally make a fucking mixtape and play it in my car. That's nostalgic, bro. Holy shit. I almost think I want to do it. Should I do it? I don't know. I mean, this one says... The only thing is how fucking good are these tape players and how good would they record? Are they garbage? They probably are. I don't know. That would be kind of dope, though. I guess because I'm old, it just seems like going back to those days would be kind of fun. You know, I don't miss VHS cassette tapes. I don't miss those at all. VHS cassette tapes, the ones for VCRs of movies on fucking tape, those things, I don't miss them for shit. Those things sucked. Quality was garbage. Sound was garbage. They'd get fucked up all the time, and pretty soon your fucking movie would have some fucked up shit in it, like lines or static. VHS cassette tapes were just... That was a terrible way to watch movies at home. Obviously, back in the day, it wasn't, because we didn't know they sucked that bad. But nowadays, if you were to go get a fucking cassette tape and hook that shit up to your TV and play it, dude, it would be so grimy of a picture. There's no fucking HD to it at all. Like, it would, like, compared to, like, nowadays, how everything's so crystal clear, that shit would look fucking janky, bro. So yeah, I don't miss those. I don't ever need to go back to that. It's not going to make me feel better to go record a movie on a VHS tape or to watch a movie on a VHS tape. I'd rather fucking stream it on Amazon or some shit. I ain't going to do that. But cassette tapes audio-wise, I miss it. I do fucking miss it. That was just, like I said, it was a huge part of my life. I recorded on tapes. You got to think, from the moment I was old enough to know how to listen to music and record onto cassette tapes, all the way up until, like, fuck, bro, like 96, 97. So, like, 17 years of my life was audio cassette tapes, and then they turned into CDs. And then after CDs, it became digital, you know, but mainly it wasn't even like phones. It was fucking iPods and shit. So for a majority of my life at that point, like, not now, but a majority of my life for a moment, it was audio cassette tapes. Records obviously too. Like I did have records. I still have vinyl. I still have actual vinyl records, not fucking acrylic piece of shit fucking records that were pressed back in the early, mid, late fucking 80s, dude. But it was more of like we used the records for when we were actually like doing the DJ shit. I didn't actually just listen to music on a record. It was more cassette tapes because it was, like I said, more convenient. But obviously when you're, doing DJ shit with your homies, because back in the day, that was some fun shit. I'd have some homies that had two turntables and we'd fucking, mix records and shit. And I was into that for a while. But even our mixes, while we were actually like mixing the fucking records, when we were putting together that whole mix, dude, we were recording the shit the whole time. So we were still using a cassette tape to record our set that we mixed for an hour and a half, however long we fucking went. Because cassette tapes always came in three different time frame, like not time frames, but they like three different amounts of time per tape, right? They had 60-minute tapes, which were 30 minutes on each side. They had 120-minute tapes, which were 60 minutes on each side. And they had 90-minute tapes, which was 45 minutes on each side. Yeah. So 60, 90, 120. I never saw a cassette tape that took more than 120 minutes. That was just way too much tape. The problem is the longer that cassette was, the more time you had on it, the less quality it had to the sound. So you were better off getting a 60 or a 90-minute because the quality of the sound, even though you could fit more songs on 120, the quality of the sound was better on the 60 compared to the 90 compared to 120. So most of the time, like for me, I always just did right in the middle. Like my shit was 90-minute cassette tapes because you still had some decent audio quality, but you could still fit more than 1 hour of music on it. You had an hour and a half of music instead. So the good old days, man. Those were the good old days. It's kind of sad that like this generation don't get to experience physical media the way we did. They won't ever have to buy movies, rent movies, hold movies. Same with music. They never have to fucking do anything with it besides stream it from a device. Like they won't have any type of collection. Like they won't have a cassette collection or a record collection. I know that records are still being sold and they kind of got a little popular again, but still, you're not going to see most people. The average person in the world isn't going to have a record collection, a cassette collection, a physical media collection. Those days are over. Physical media is becoming a thing of, it's already a thing of the past. Now it's just becoming something that's like, it's not really going to be there at all. Like it's going to die out altogether. I hope not. I mean, you kind of got to keep some type of physical media around because you don't want everything to be stored on computers. Like what if the internet just shuts down? What if something happens to where we no longer have the capability to stream things? Like, what are you going to do? If you don't have like any type of physical media, then what are you going to do? Like, it's dope that I still have cassette tapes. I still have records. I can legit, if need be, fucking use them if everything crashed. I'd still have music. One thing I don't have, though, I don't have a DVD player anymore. I don't have a Blu-ray player because I got rid of my PS5. And obviously, we don't have VHS cassettes. So if streaming went away, I'd be fucked on movies. I'd have music, but movies I'd be kind of fucked on, and that would kind of suck. So I hope it doesn't happen. But at the same time, I don't want physical media to completely die off. Like, bring back cassette tapes at least. Let's start bringing back cassette tapes. Like I said, they may not sound the greatest, but they still sound good enough to enjoy the fucking, what would I call that? It's the experience of physical media. Like, to experience that should be part of life. I need to turn my son onto that. Be like, check it out. You can't move out of my house until you experience physical media, bro. Here's a cassette tape. Go record a mix. Yeah, that would be cool. I think I might. I shouldn't even spend money on anything unnecessary. But if I spend money on anything unnecessary, it's going to be one of those fucking cassette recorder converter things. And I'm going to record from Spotify, put some shit on cassette tape. And when we take a road trip, I'm going to fucking slap that cassette into the stereo, dude, and just listen to that shit the whole way. Even with the whole hiss. Because that's what tapes had. They had a little like to the audio. That was the only bad shit about cassette tapes. That little fucking hiss that you could hear through your speakers. Fucking Viet, man. Ooh, it's getting chilly up in here. This air conditioning, man, is doing me fucking right. I'll tell you that. Had to get me a drink of that water. So this week is halfway done. I got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to work. So 3 more days this week. Because my week starts on a Tuesday. It don't start on a Monday. I always have Sundays and Mondays off. Those have been my days off since I started tattooing. So for 20 years straight, I've always had Sundays and Mondays off. And I don't want to change them. I like that shit for multiple reasons. First off, I don't need Saturdays off. I don't give a fuck about weekends because Sundays and Mondays can be just as cool of a weekend to me. Second, Sundays and Mondays is when football is on, when it's football season. So legit, I get to watch whatever fucking games I want to on Sunday, and I get to watch the Monday night game and not have to worry about if I'm working or not. Because I fucking like football, man. Don't know what it is. I know it's just entertainment. I don't take it serious like some people. Like, I'm not the type where I'm going to break my TV over my fucking team losing. I'm not going to have a bad day over my team losing. It's not even my team. I don't even know why I'm saying my team, because I don't own the motherfuckers. They don't pay me nothing. I don't get anything out of it. But the team that I am a fan of, if they disappoint me, dude, it doesn't affect my day. There's a lot of people that allow it to, man, and I don't know why. Because when those two teams play, no matter who wins and loses, they both go out that night together and party because they work for the same fucking company. They might be different teams, but they're still the NFL. They work for the same company, bro. They're going to go out party that night, have dinners, fuck bitches, all that shit. And you're over here breaking TVs and throwing shit and getting stressed out because they lost a game. Like, oh my God. Gay! You know who seems to be the worst at that? I shit you not. Dallas Cowboy fans, dude. Fucking Dallas Cowboy fans are the biggest bitches about football when it comes to losing. Like, those fucking people. Just look up some shit online, dude. You'll probably see that like 70% of TVs that are broken by Dallas fucking Cowgirl fans. It's hilarious as fuck. Me, I'm a Los Angeles Chargers fan. I'm so used to disappointment that it doesn't even faze me anymore. My team has been to 1 Super Bowl and fucking got their asses kicked in it. Smashed. Literally has had some of the greatest fucking teams in NFL history and didn't go nowhere with them because the Chargers are just chokers, dude. I fucking love being a Chargers fan, but they're fucking chokers. Anytime they start doing good, I'm like, yeah, we'll see. If they go to a Super Bowl and win, shit, that'll surprise the fuck out of me, dude. If they do that, I would do something completely retarded. I would tattoo something on myself, whatever. Like, honestly, I would do some stupid shit just to see them win. That would be dope. But I'm not gonna trip out. But I do like football. And what do we got? We got, I think it starts in August is when preseason starts. So we're looking at about a little bit over 4 months. We got about 4 more months. And the football season starts. I'm stoked, dude. Baseball season just actually started today. I'm not a baseball fan, though. I'm not really into watching baseball. Like, I'll go see a baseball game, but I'm not going to watch it on TV. It's boring to me. It's nothing that, like, I'm just not into it. I'm not knocking people who are into it because I'm into football. There's plenty of people who could be like, I don't know how the fuck you can watch football, but I like football. I'm not really into baseball. But baseball season did start. Only reason I know that is because my homeboy, my coworker at the shop, the dude that tattoos my head, is a big fucking baseball fan. And he was like, oh, the season started today. And he turned on it was the San Francisco Giants versus the Yankees today. And from what I saw, dude, I didn't see the end of the game, but the fucking Giants were getting shit on, bro. We're getting smacked. The New York Yankees were just fucking annihilating, dude. The Yanks were just like slapping him with their cocks. The Giants were getting slapped in the face with penises today. That's how bad they were. It was like the last time I saw the score, it was like 7-0. They got fucked up, bro. They should be ashamed of themselves. But when it comes to, I don't even care because I'm not a fan of, if I have to pick a team, like I am a fan of a baseball team, but I don't like watch them and support them. I just basically claim them. And that's the San Diego Padres. But I don't give a shit what they're doing. I just claim them just to claim a team. It's like basketball with me too. Like, I don't watch basketball, but I claim the fucking Warriors because they're close to me. They're a local team, so I'll root for them. But do I watch basketball and give a fuck what they're doing? No, I really don't. It's just football for me. Hockey, I think, is actually more fun to watch than baseball or basketball. I used to hate it. I used to think that was boring as fuck, but it's actually entertaining as fuck, dude. And I think I like it because when I was a kid, I played hockey for like 3 years. And it was probably the most fun I ever had playing a sport because I wasn't a sport type of person. Like, my parents made me play sports all the time, dude. I had to pick something to play, and every time I played a sport, I fucking hated it. I didn't want to. It sucked that I had to be there. But when I gravitated towards hockey because I had one of my homeboys get into it, and then I started, playing fucking roller hockey with him on the street and shit, and I was like, this is kind of fun. So when I started actually playing it and when I got into a league, I enjoyed that shit a lot. Like, I had a lot of fun, and it made me understand the game. So I think that's why I can watch it now every once in a while and find it entertaining, is because I understand it. And I played it. But I'm still not into hockey like I am into football. American football, not football, not soccer. And yeah, I call it soccer. I'm sorry, but football is American football to me. Your guys, like the UK's football and everywhere else besides America, like everywhere else is just football. Soccer is football. But you know what? To us, it's soccer. It's going to remain soccer because American football, to me, is better. I'd rather watch American football than soccer. And soccer is getting kind of popular in the U.S. finally. Like, it wasn't really a strong fucking game here in the United States for a while. Like, most of the time, anybody who watched soccer that lived in the United States, most of the time, it was because their parents were from out of the country or they were. And they ended up just still watching it on, like, the fucking Spanish channel. Because Mexicans fucking love soccer, bro. They love their fucking football. Absolutely love it. So, like, that definitely helped make it popular. You have anybody from over the pond over here. If you're from, like, the UK or fucking Germany or wherever the fuck over in Europe, then they're into that football, soccer, a lot more than Americans are. So, you have some of them over here, they're going to, fucking start making it a little bit more popular over here. And that's what's happening. I just can't get into it. I'm just not into soccer. Even though it's very much like hockey, it's just not on skates and they kick instead of having a stick. I'd rather watch hockey. This is just me, man. This is just me. But I am excited for football season to start. That's one thing that I think it's another thing about spring. And when it starts getting sunny, is you're like, ooh, football season's coming, and football season is just dope too because like you can have people over watching the game, barbecuing. The Super Bowl is like a Sunday that's basically like a fucking American holiday now. It's just fun. Football, sports, they're fun, dude. There's people who will be like, I don't know why you waste time into watching sports. That's like watching the circus. That's what the government wants you to do, is to pay attention to the circus and all these shows and not pay attention to what's really going on. Well, guess what, dude? I watch it because I know it's entertainment, just like you would watch a movie to be entertained. And I don't give a fuck if they're trying to distract me or not, because it's fun to watch. Makes me feel, it's fun. Makes me feel good. I like rooting for a fucking team. I like the uniforms that they wear. I think everything's dope about it. So if you don't watch sports and you think it's fucking a waste of time, I don't care. Don't come fucking trying to convince me to stop watching the shit. We all got to have a little bit of stupid in our lives, dude. And if I'm going to have some stupid in my life, I'm going to watch football. Just leave me alone, girl. Leave me alone. Home. Good old Michael Jackson. It's like my last episode. I'm excited for that motherfucking movie. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it is. You like how I switched that up on my voice? Got my radio voice going. I hope you guys are doing good, man. I'm trying to put out some episodes to catch up, especially based on the fact that I lost 6 episodes. And not only that, but I have shit to talk about. So I'm trying to put out some episodes for you guys, get back on track, and I hope you appreciate it. If you're not following the podcast, make sure you do so. If you haven't rated the podcast yet, do me a huge favor, man, and just give it a rating. Whether you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, whatever you're listening to this on, please give me a fucking rating. It helps out so much, and I appreciate it. Love you to death for it, dude. So don't forget to do that. Also, you can always follow me on any of my social media platforms. Most of the time, it's pretty much just Facebook and Instagram. I don't really fuck with anything else. The links are always in my description. You can check those out. You can follow me. I'll follow you back. We can fucking party together, all that good shit. Right? Right. All right? But I love you guys, man. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you next time. I am out this bitch. Peacey weeks.
Yo, Jay. Wait.